Propel Fitness Water. With Gatorade electrolytes, zero sugar, and vitamins, Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach, a trip to the state fair, and a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey everybody, welcome to Coach Unplugged. Happy Tuesday, episode 663 of Coach Unplugged. Before we jump, everybody, welcome to Coach Unplugged. Today's episode is brought to you by the great people over at Lumen, the first handheld device that can measure your metabolism in a single breath to tell you what fuel source your body is using for energy, for fats, for carbs. It's really cool. I've been working on my breaths in the morning when I wake up. It teaches you how to do that too. Lumen's device and app provides you with a personalized meal plan or recommendations. Maybe you're dealing with weight, maybe you're dealing with nutrition, maybe you're dealing with fitness goals, and has been scientifically validated. If you want to check it out, go over and check the great people over at Lumen, LUMEN.me. Use the code Coach Unplugged 25, one word, Coach Unplugged 25 to get $25 off your purchase. I've been very happy with mine. All right, let's head off to the podcast. First of all, Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine on the market, the ease of use, the use of social distancing. Just mention, you won't find a better discount, $350 off. Mention Coach Unplugged. They'll give you that on everyone but the home one. And then go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Yesterday, when we talked about skill development, we have that in there. But we also have, we have a little bit of everything that you would need to become a better basketball coach. Practice planning, offensive stuff, defensive stuff, how to pick out of bounds plays, quick hitters, one-on-one calls, office hours. It is the Netflix for basketball coaches. So go over and check it out. Let's head off to the podcast.
So thank you. Yep. Thank you very much for the time today.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll give you a little on what's going on.
Okay.
And then maybe you can help direct me if you don't mind.
Yep.
I'm an assistant coach right now for a high school in Southern Connecticut.
Okay.
It's a Class L school, probably about 2,000 kids in the school and 1,000 boys in the school. And
okay.
I got a notification from one of my either friends or somebody in the district that said the 2 town over neighboring town just let go of their coach. Now this guy won Coach of the Year. This guy won Coach of the Year in the conference 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean that was my response. He went 9. I think what happened was there's a lot of parent issues that we're dealing with in our neck of the woods.
Yep.
You have very affluent towns with a lot of resources and a lot of money, and it was my understanding that he either had an issue with the parent. We played against them last year. They were very heavily senior. They were heavily senior laden.
Right. But
some of their captains they got hurt in different times of the year, and he played freshmen. At times, he had 3 freshmen on the field, on the court. So I think
they better be really good freshmen if you're doing that.
Right. I mean, they're good. They're good. They're good. But I think he took a lot of heat from some of the junior and sophomore parents.
Yep.
And he got an email saying I got an email applying for the job, saying that I was going to get a call, hopefully within the this is in June, for about
Right.
2 or 3 weeks to interview. I didn't hear until I think there were issues. They were trying to reinstate him. It was a whole coup that was going on in the school. I don't need to bore you with the details. So I have my interview coming up Tuesday. I'm meeting with the AD.
Okay.
I'm meeting with one of the assistant principals, and I'm meeting with 2 captains. Which I guess my first question to you is, walking into a situation where there's already the captains announced, but also these 2 captains. I scouted them. I know their team well. I've done a ton of research on it. I've talked to former players. Like, I've done my research on this. The thing a couple things, but one of the things that concern me is that these 2 guys did not play as junior. One played JV, because in Connecticut you can play JV as a junior. Yeah. And they just didn't. I watched 4 or 5 games from them last year. I didn't see any time where they have varsity minutes at all. So we have 2 captains that were team nominated that have not played, that are now with a coach who was coach of the year 2 years ago, who got dismissed because he didn't play upperclassmen, or he had some recruiting violation, I heard, but I think it was more parent issues. And now we have 3 freshmen, and I saw a couple of their summer games, and the freshmen can play. The sophomores now, the rising sophomores, they can play.
You sure you want this job?
It's funny. A 7th grader who plays in the town that I coach in now. Right. There's a lot of flexibility that I have. Moving 6 inches to the left changes everything.
It does. So this is somebody outside that doesn't know any dynamics are going on, anything like that. I would still do the interview. Can't hurt to do the interview. Yeah. I'd be brutally honest. Like, I wouldn't, it feels bad to me at this point. The red flags are going up. First of all, that those 2 kids are in the meeting is a pretty big red flag. If I went and did the interview, I'd say, hey, just so you know, there are no captains on this team. I will play the best 5 players. There's not going to be no politics. Because then they won't offer you the job if.
Well, this is my question. So I played 3 sports in high school.
Right.
I was a quarterback of my high school football team. My junior year, I had a coach change, and I was in the interview process to hire my coach my senior year. Are you surprised they're in the interview process?
I'm not surprised they're in the interview process if they're literally captains and they didn't play. First of all, who named them? My first question is, that was my first captains. And I asked, was it the former coach, or was it the 2 people in this room with you, the assistant and the AD? That was the first thing.
Okay, well, that's an interesting question, because I talked to a former player who graduated, who now plays baseball, played for them, who said to me, how are the captain's names? He said the team picked the captain. Now, traditionally, it was a big deal. We had a junior captain this year. Yeah. He was a second team an all FCAC player.
Why aren't there parents in this meeting?
It's a great question. I don't know.
Okay. And usually kids aren't in the initial meeting. So that does surprise me. It would be in a follow-up meeting that the kids would be there, and parents, and maybe you run a practice or do something like that.
The initial conversation when we brought up who I was meeting with, and it said do I have, again, it depends on if I really want the job or not, but does it make sense to have a new coach come in and have inherited or incumbent captains? And
the thing is, I don't care where you are, this is not good that they're hiring now.
Oh, I know that. No, it was. Let me tell you what happened. What happened was June, right? The job opened up. I got a reply 2 days. I have a portfolio. I have my research done. I have a portfolio. I've listened to all your stuff on it. Right. I have everything from the 4-step process. Everything that needs to get done. Right. Okay. So I got the email. I got a response 2 weeks later. And then they went silent. So I think, first of all, he's an African-American, the guy who left. I think there were some legal issues that were associated with firing. Yeah. I think half the parents were like, we're not coming. We're not playing. We're not having our kids play if this guy's doesn't come back, because I think it was 1 or 2 parents. Again, you're playing 3 freshmen. You're playing 3 freshmen.
So again, it wouldn't hurt to go through the interview. To be honest with you, nothing hurts. You never have to take the job. That's kind of my opinion. I would go in blaze. What's going to make it? What makes it that I'm going to be gone in a week? That would be my issue.
So you would go in there and not you wouldn't worry about.
Because if what I say is going to irritate them, we're not going to work. This is the way it's going to be. This is how parents are going to communicate with me. Blah 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 blah. How long was the coach there?
He was there 7 years.
Okay, so he was there a while. So it wasn't like one and done. I'd go in blazing. I'd go in, this is the way this program's going to work. We're going to do this, and da 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 da. And parents are going to be parents, and players are going to be players, and coaches are going to be coaches. I would hope I would have the support of the two people sitting in this room, because we're going to do it the right way, and we're going to blah, blah, blah. I mean, I would, because if that rubs them the wrong way, they won't offer you the job.
They won't offer me the job.
Right.
If it rubs them the wrong way. I'm sorry. I'm missing.
So here's my theory is, I think you have to go in and say, because my concern would be that you'll be sitting in the same seat in a year or two. You'll piss off the wrong parents. Those parents will be sitting in their offices, and they'll cave.
I'm not worried about, first of all, I'm not worried about getting fired.
Okay.
I own my own business. Like, the money is important, but I'm not like, I do this because I love coaching basketball.
Okay.
Like, I don't really care if I'm going to do things the way I want to do.
Okay.
This isn't, but this school has won national championships in high school in lacrosse,
right?
And had a huge football presence. Like, there are athletes in the school. Like, you can win them. It's a circus right now. It's a complete
So that's where I think you got to go in and figure out, this is not going to be a circus if we're going to turn this thing around. That's what I'm saying is, like, I think
I totally agree with you.
You have to go in. This is what I'm saying. It's not like going blazing. I'm just saying, this is what my philosophy is. This is how I'm going to do it. But you're not going to sugarcoat anything, because
so this is everything, all of that makes sense, and I wouldn't sugarcoat it. I'm not trying to put on a front of, you're gonna play because you're my captain. Like, I get that. Question I have, though, is two seniors. Now, they only have the only seniors that they only have two returning seniors. Okay, so both of them were named captain. Everyone else is not. There's only two seniors on the team, so they were both captain. So here's
what I would do. At some point in the interview, they'll ask you, "Do you have any questions?" I would look at both of those boys and say, "Hey, let's foreshadow, and let's say you're not playing. How will that go?" I mean, I think you got to throw it out there in the interview, because the other two people in the room that are your bosses need to hear it. It's like, I'm not guaranteeing you to anything. If you're good enough, I will play you. If you can help the team, I will play you. But just because you're a senior does not mean I'm going to play you. You can still be a leader. You can still probably be on the team. I don't know how deep the team is. Whatever it is, that's
okay. I find it so odd that the team voted two non-playing. I mean, they only have,
but that's a popularity contest thing. I don't name captains. It's a popularity contest,
and the fact that they're the only two seniors, right?
Yep.
I mean,
it's like the parents thinking that you're a senior, they get to play now. It's like, well, I don't care if there's a fourth grader, if they're good enough, I'm going to play them.
Right.
I don't care.
Right. Okay.
I mean, so I think you have to have questions ready for the administration about how will this be different with me? How will you handle parents that complain?
So you think bringing up the situation that happened?
Oh, I don't think you. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think you hide from that. That's what I was saying. I think you put all your cards on the table with those kids and with the administration. My biggest two concerns would be, oh my God, I have two seniors that think they're going to play. That could be a miserable year trying to get through that. And the second thing is, oh my God, do I have an administration that's going to support me when the parents complain? That's what I was talking about before. I think you got to put all those cards on the table. And if they don't like those cards, they won't hire you.
Right.
If they don't like those conversations, but those are the conversations you have to have. And then I think you circle back at the end and say, these are the honest conversations I'm going to have with all my kids. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to be honest with you. And this is the way I run it. And if this is going to work, I think honesty and communication is the key. To be honest with you, I think most things are lack of communication. To be honest with you, in coaching, most breakdowns are lack of communication.
Right.
Parents will, if you're communicating. Now, there's exceptions to the rule. People have been fired, whatever. I get that. But most of it is these coaches try to put themselves in this little cocoon and not deal with the world. My theory is you confront it. It's like,
okay, so if I go in there and I say to them, because there isn't a lot of transparency about what happened. Do I deserve to know what happened with my predecessor?
I don't know if you deserve to know exactly what happens, and I'm not sure they can say that to you because it's a whole hiring thing. But I think you can say, because they'll ask if you have questions, that you can say, hey, what are you going to do when a parent comes into your office and they want me fired because their kid's not playing? How are you going to handle that? Hey, Coach, hope you're enjoying the podcast. A couple things that doesn't cost you a cent to do. You can subscribe and leave a written review. We really like that. You can go over to our YouTube channel. Just type in Teach Hoops on YouTube and you'll find our YouTube channel. Subscribe, there, so you'll always get the updates. Next thing is if you do any shopping on Amazon, go down below, click our Amazon link, www.teachhoops.com/Amazon. Anytime you're doing shopping on Amazon, we get a small little commission. Helps us with our hosting fees. Be surprised how expensive it is to run one of these. And if you really love this stuff, let me help you. Let me mentor you. Let me email. Let me get on one-on-one calls. Let me show you all the resources that will help me become one of the winningest coaches in the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm doing this. I want to help coaches become better. So teachhoops.com can do that. All right, let's head off to the podcast. Because
as direct as that.
I would. In this situation, I would be, I think you got to, I don't think you want to walk into it because they're not going to expect that question either. I'm telling you, they're not going to expect.
My thought was I have questions. I have questions about do I have the right to pick my assistant? What is the relationship between the head coach and the youth? What is the I have them written down. I have a ton of questions. Like the way I thought about it was go in there and be a sales guy.
Yep. You want the job. Yeah.
Get the job. Then when you get the job, sit there and say to them, before I accept the job, I want to understand. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather be able to turn down something that I have that I can't turn down something I don't have. You know what I mean? Like
right. I get that. That's another way to go about it. You can go get it and then do it. But you're not going to have those kids in that next meeting.
Well, I think the question to the kids would be, the thought I had. You guys have played for the same guy for the last 3 years. You have 1 year. You're not looking at this as a building process. You have me for 1 year. Like, what do you expect? What do you want from right? Like, are you looking to play 28 minutes a game? Are you looking to be great leaders? Like, I know I've watched 5 games. To be honest with you guys, from my understanding, I don't think you guys got a lot of varsity minutes. What are your expectations now?
Those are good questions. I think that's a great way to word it. So
to me,
and I have no problem with that, but I think you're not going to have those kids in that next conversation.
Right. No, I hear you. I appreciate you've been doing this forever. Like it's your way or the highway. You know what I mean? It's your way or the highway. I've won no games in the Big City. You know what I mean?
No, and I get that. I just, whenever people walk into a situation like this, I said, you just don't, there's a reason this job's open.
No, there is. But I think he was, it's interesting. This guy, he turned that program around.
Right.
He turned that program around.
And they got rid of him. It's different when I step down. Like when I step down, I'm going to do it probably on my own terms. And that whoever comes into that job, it's a totally different gig.
Yeah, the guy, it's the 2 guys that will make a difference. It won't be. You don't want to be the guy following.
But it won't be like, oh, they fired Collins. It's more like you're coming in. This is, and is it normal for the assistant and the AD to be in the hiring process?
Assistant principal
and the AD. So both of them.
Yeah, both. Is it normal? I don't know.
I mean, usually, and are there more interviews with other people?
You know what? I'm not. It's been, the AD is. This is what happened when I reached out to him twice or 3 times when I didn't hear back after he initially told me he was going to call me in 3 weeks saying, is the job still open? I haven't heard anything. And he didn't respond for a month. I think there were some real legal issues around the exodus of the other guy. I guess
this is going to be a hard transition for you if you get it and take it.
It will be, right?
Because literally you got 40 days.
I know. And
you're not going to be able, that's going to be, yeah. It's going to be hard to build relationships with the kids in 40 days. Hell, you're a foreigner.
And I'm not in the school. Right. And I know how you feel about people, coaches not in the school too. So,
And I think you have the right questions. I think you're right on the questions is, can I hire my assistants? How can summer camp work? How does the youth work? And then and if they do offer, I'd be very honest. It's like, just so you realize you're offering me this job a month and a half or a month before the season starts. We're treading water here until we can get to spring. I'm going to try to win every game I can, but you didn't give me the opportunity to build a program at this point. That starts in the spring.
Our tryouts are November 30th. We start late here in Connecticut.
Okay.
But it's going to be a challenge. But my biggest concern is
firing the staff is going to be a problem.
Well, the staff's a concern. Staff's a huge concern for me. And I have a great relationship with my head coach. People don't really understand. Again, it's moving those 6 inches over. How important that assistant coach relationship. I was listening to one of your podcasts.
Well, I was talking at a clinic the other day, and I was telling these coaches, you need 3 types of coaches on your bench. You need a Yoda, which is somebody that's been through it. I have one that was a head coach when I was a kid. You need that like wise person. You need the workhorse, like the Clydesdale, that will just go do everything you need him to do that you don't want to do. And then you need the person that's going to question everything that you do. They have to be loyal, but they'll question. They like, why are you doing that? X and O question guy. Those are the three guys you need on your staff. If you're going to have like a staff up here, all three of those. Now, some of them can be in one person, but you can have the Yoda and the workhorse in the same person, but you need those three personalities to have a successful staff. And that is not easy. I've had two of them. Yeah.
I mean, I really think that with this, if it happens and, you know, for whatever reason, it's something I decide to move forward with, I got to play a lot of guys. If you have two juniors that haven't, like, I have to figure out a way to get them. If they're captain, that's the whole thing. That's the thing I'm not sure how to deal with. Is if they stink, I can't take this job. I mean, it'll be, if the two kids stink and they're sitting there and they're MFing me on the bench because they're not playing, and like I'm there for long term, like I got to figure out a way to get them. They may not have to play a lot of minutes, but they better be playing quality, whether it's through a pressing unit or whether it's a special situation unit or something. Right? I got to figure because you can't have two captains sitting, and you know I don't know why they sat. Like that's the thing I don't understand. Why did they sit?
Have you seen them play?
Yeah, I did. I saw one of them play JV because I saw one of them play JV. He was 6'2", 140. Okay, that is a tough kid, but he's 6'2", 140. You know, I mean, that the other kid is a bigger kid, but I watched them play a summer league game, and they have athletes. They have 4 or 5. They can run like a nice 4 out, 1 in react.
Well, just like I've always said, you and I can play on the Bucks with Giannis as long as the other 4 guys are good. You can always put a 5th guy out there. I mean, there's stuff that they can play. They're tough kids. They're not afraid to defend. Like they can play. And there's will your kids go to that school?
Which is also another. No, they won't. I mean, this district, see, this is the thing. I want the head coaching job in my town. I want the job in my town. The problem I have with the job in my town is the guy's been there for 13 years. He's a phys ed teacher in the school. He probably has a 400 record. The AD doesn't have a lot of couillons. Right. And so
that's going to get hard as your kids get older.
Well, you coach your kid.
I do.
Right. You coach your kid now. And I give myself, I think for someone who's as inexperienced as I am, although I have a little bit more life experience, I can coach better. I have confidence in myself. I'm really not good with my kid. I'm not good with my kid at all. It's big problem. Okay. You know, and
so then you don't want to do that. So that's good. I mean, it's going to be more being able to watch them and support them. Well, you're going to be a different spot.
I mean, he's really, to be honest with you, my son Jake, he's a baseball player first, basketball player second.
Okay.
So I'm not so concerned about it. But I almost want to go away to come back.
Right.
You know, like now I'm a guy who worked with the Fab Five, coached a couple years in high school after college. Like I want to go away, earn some respect.
Well, to get your first job, it's easier to get a job when you got a job. That is true.
It's easier to get a job when you got it, right?
Yeah,
so
it is.
I mean, listen, the head JV coach, it's fine. I disagree with a lot. Like theoretically, he plays 7 guys. I don't think you can build a program in a white suburban town playing 7 guys.
No, you have to play like 12.
You have to play 12. You have to figure out a way to play 12 guys.
Right.
You cannot sit there and like worry that the opportunity cost of playing kids 8 through 10 is so much better than kids 5.
No, I was talking about this the other day too. When kids get fouls with 2 fouls in the first half, I sit them, especially the first half of the season. And the reason I do that is it forces me to play more kids.
Well, that's why I like a wrecker unit that comes in of younger kids that are athletic.
Right.
And they go in there and they
chaos.
They play 99 full court man, and they just get experience.
Mm-hmm. You know, we've actually you're thinking like we are. We've talked about having like units this year. Like this is going to be our press unit. We're just going to put them in. We're going to come at you. This is going to be our grind unit where we're going to come in and take 2 minutes off the clock, kind of thing. It's like football.
Yeah.
It's like third and long. We're going to have a third and long kind of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. You need a third and long type of unit, right? Because you're not going to. No one wants to sit there and bust their ass for 3 months to play 7 guys.
And you're one injury or one flu bug away from being toast.
But it's not even. It's. Yes, I hear that. Like an injury thing. You want to get kids to challenge each other in practice. I mean, I don't need to tell you this. We got to play.
So when's the interview? Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a week. So what have I done? I've reached out to the ex-player. I'm reaching out. I think I'm going to have coffee with the lacrosse coach, who is world renowned in these parts for him, and just understand like what's the dynamic. Are they? Does he like multi-sport athletes? A football guy like multi-sport athletes? Do they not? Like, am I just sandwiched between two football and am I getting?
Could you call a former coach?
I think it was I think he fought firing, so I don't think he's going to give me. I don't think he's going to give me intel. He was. I have no relation.
Do you have anybody that can get intel?
Yeah. I mean, I think.
I'm just saying. I think you got to get his side just so you know what you're walking into.
I think I know what his side is. His side was your side. His side was they weren't good, right? I played the younger kids. I'm trying to build a program. I want to win this thing. I'm not interested in going 9-11. I want to in 3 years go challenge for a state, and I'm going to play 3 freshmen that are talented to do so, and that's going to come at the expense of some sophomore and juniors. They were they had 6 seniors. I saw them play like right. The best player on the court, the best player in the school is a sophomore, right. So I'm not happy with the fact that like they announce. I'm not happy with the fact that it took so long in the process. You're right. In September, it's the middle of September. Not happy that they have cap. Okay. It's been helpful.
Okay.
I appreciate it. And you're probably right. At the end of the day, it's probably not but going through the interview process is going to give me
going through the interview is not bad. And maybe you might come out of the interview totally feeling good about it too. I mean, I've done that too. It's like, I don't know. It just, there's a lot of red flags from somebody that has no idea what you're talking about as far as communities and stuff go.
Yeah, this is parents will walk into the AD's office and like I won't. Yes, parents will walk into the AD's.
I'm telling you, I think the most important thing is there's 3 things to a good job. Supportive administration, so that administrator, that's going to be there. A supportive community, you got to have a community that wants you to win. It sounds like that community is good.
They do. Yep.
But and kids are going to work hard.
So one you would ask the AD and the principal what happens when a parent walks in the room. Like,
I would say what. So I would play the hypothetical game with them, because if someone complains, my AD is going to send them to me first. Yeah, like, has the kid talked to the coach? Has the parent talked to the coach? Have the parent and the kid talked to the coach? Then it gets to the AD. Hey, coach, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, okay, go join teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You want to become a better basketball coach. Let me help you. Where else can you find a mentor for, a dinner at McDonald's, basically? Let me help you. Not only resources and communities and handouts and one-on-one calls and office hours. It's got a little bit of everything that will help you become a better basketball coach. Also, go over, subscribe and leave a review. And if you're going to do any shopping on Amazon, click down below. We would appreciate it. All right. Have a great